whisper stir where old tales grow, from cursed tomes to starlit seas. Follow me through all of these secrets, gather in the gloom. Every voice a haunted room. Welcome to the mythos, where the stories breathe again, where the strange becomes familiar and the shadows call you in. Tonight we chase the echoes of the eerie and unknown. Miniature mythos, where the tales find a home. Miniature mythos. Miniature mythos. Hear the past beneath the floor. Footsteps from a time before. Ghosts of ink and ages gone, waiting for the stream to come back on. Old worlds tremble when we speak. Nightfall hums with what we seek. Dive into the mythos, where the dream meets the abyss, where the quiet turns to wonder and the dark leans in to listen. Settle close and let the murmurs guide you where the wild things roam. Miniature mythos, where the tales find a home. Miniature the mythos. Miniature the mythos. Come hear the lost and the forgotten. Settle in, the tales begotten. Turn the page, the dark wakes slow. Whisper stir where old tales grow, from cursed tomes to starlit seas. Follow me through all of these secrets, gather in the gloom. Every voice a haunted room. Welcome to the mythos, where the stories breathe again, where the strange becomes familiar and the shadows call you in. Tonight we chase the echoes of the eerie and unknown. Miniature mythos, where the tales find a home. Miniature the mythos. Miniature mythos. Hear the past beneath the floor. Footsteps from a time before. Ghosts of ink and age.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I am. Got the music there. Okay. I hope I am live. Hope everyone can hear me. How's everyone doing? It's been a while since I have been online streaming. But I thought, well, today is as good a day as any to just get on with it and just go live and paint some more miniatures. So I will be doing just that in a minute when I switch over to the other cam. Notice there's like a bit of like fogging happening on my glasses here. Yeah, I hope everyone has been doing rather well in the past few weeks, months, times since I have been live. Or just in general, like, hope everyone's been doing well. There have been some very trying times for most of the world currently involved, so let's hope we can all just find some time to relax as well, instead of worrying about what's happening out there. Anyway, a bit of an update on the channel first, as we always do, probably going to be a rather short one, but I have been doing rather well. Channel has been steadily growing. I am almost at the 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's really fun. And here on Twitch, well, nothing much happened because can't really do much on Twitch if you're not streaming. So yeah, if I start to stream a bit more again, then this might also liven up Twitch. But yeah, on YouTube, we've been making the shorts, we've been making normal videos, and I have been having a blast with them. Like I said in my retrospective on the YouTube channel, that it's not just the things that people want or ask for. Like, I could read all the Conan stories in one go if I wanted to. But if I did that, I would run out of Conan stories rather quickly. So I have been switching it up. I have been looking for new content to read, and I have found some really good writers, really good authors from back in the day, and I really like reading them. And I hope everyone will like them as well. I'm just gonna quickly take a look here because normally I have like this little tool that lets me put the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat in one chat for me to watch, and mostly for other people to watch as well. And I'm just taking a look if that still works. If it doesn't, well, that's just on me for being away for so long and losing touch. No, but let's say that we'll just get into it and start painting a bit. So for those people on YouTube who don't know, I've actually started my content creation journey with painting miniatures on Twitch, on stream, and I had a lot of fun with that. I still love painting miniatures, and it's only because people said that I had a really good voice for listening, well, to listen to, that I once did a live reading of the Call of Cthulhu on my stream. And it's after that that I started going to YouTube and make the narrations there. So there you go. That's basically how it came to be. So the title is still derived from miniature, so painting miniatures. So I do tend to go back to my roots from time to time. That's also the reason why in my logo there is still a paintbrush there. Jurassic. Yeah, so I do love miniature painting as much as I love reading stories. And that's why you could say, like, hey, why isn't Christoph doing anything with audiobooks on his stream? Well, it's really hard to do a live reading. Most of you don't know that, but like when I read one of those audiobooks, there's a lot of mistakes going in there, and yeah. Hey, Araxi and Shifty, welcome in. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great on this Sunday afternoon. Hope you guys are having a chill day. I said, hey, no idea you were going live today. Well, neither did I. So I was like, okay, I was having fun. I was just prepping a bit of my miniatures, and suddenly I was like, you know what? I might as well go live when I start painting them. So here I am. It's a chill Sunday afternoon. Might as well enjoy it. I am doing fine. I had a very good night's rest, and now I'm just, you know, having a chill day. It's the first chill day I've had for a while. Most of the time there's always something going on, either a role-playing game, or I have to prep for something, or I have to read my audiobooks for the channel, or just social stuff, or going to donate blood. There's always something going on, and today was the very first day in a long while I was like, I have literally nothing to do. So it was a very good start of my day. So how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are just relaxing on a Sunday, that everything is fine. Embrace those days. I definitely am embracing those days. they are getting like rarer and rarer. It's amazing how fast time is passing by. Like it's like I read somewhere people say like a day is long but years are short, and sometimes you can have like these days at your work that is basically like, ugh, there's no end to this day, and then suddenly like, oh, we're already well into February, so yeah, 2026 is only just started, but we're already in February. So it's weird. It's and if you don't have like days where you can just like do nothing and relax, then you suddenly realize like, oh, time is just going by so fast. What the fuck happened to January? What happened to that month? Same when I'm reading stories. Like I have like a couple of stories I plan out in advance, and I'm like, oh, I really want to read all those, and oh, it's only 8 stories. 8 stories is enough stories for like 2 months, and I'm like, why can't this go faster? Like I want to read more, and then I'm like, yeah, but that's already 2 months, so. You feel like you're in a crisis. What the hell have I been doing for the past 20 years of my life? Yeah, the moment you start questioning what you've been doing for the last 20 years, yeah, you start to value your time in another way. Like, it's really weird to say, but like after a while, you're like, my evenings should be way more sacred than they are. Like all the time that I have, like that I only have because you're working. Most of the time people work as well, and all the time you still have free next to work and your normal life and getting shit done, and your social life, it's not that much. And if you then just be there like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, or you put off stuff, it's like, yeah, but you don't really have the luxury to put a lot of stuff off. Like, if you want to do something, better do it now. Just enjoy it while you can, because yeah, there is gonna be a tomorrow. Like, I'm not one of those people who say you never know if there's gonna be a tomorrow or not. No, there is going to be a tomorrow. Like, don't be a downer. There is going to be a tomorrow, and tomorrow you will still have time to do stuff. But you can't say that indefinitely. So 13 years working at the same place, I need change. I get that. I feel I live to work rather than working to live. Yeah, the moment that you have that, it is time for a change. I am working at my job for 8 years now, and I still love doing it. But there are days that I feel like I am here because I have to, not because I want to be. And there is stuff that I much rather be doing than sitting here doing this work. And it's not because it's bad work, but sometimes you just feel like my time is more precious than what they're paying me for, and I could totally do without the pay I'm getting for these hours. Like, the moment that you start making that balance, it's really hard to, still feel positive at your job. Like you're not having fun anymore. Anyway, that's why we have days like these where we can just have a coffee, just sit down in our nice chairs, like it's upside down, but yeah. And just sit. Hey Mo, welcome in. Salty, how are you doing? Welcome. How's the chair? It's amazing. I love this chair. This chair is really great. Thank you for the recommendation. Like, I really needed a change of chair. It's amazing, and I was so happy when it got here, and I sat in it and I was like, oh, an office chair doesn't have to be bad. Oh my god. Need the lumbar adjustment. Yeah, it's really great because you have like that little cushion. I don't use it because inside of the chair you already have like lumbar support, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I can already like put it further in front and like, it's great. How are we doing? It's Sunday, Salty. We are just having fun on Sunday. I am chilling. I was prepping some of my miniatures, and then I suddenly said, you know what? If I'm going to paint them, might as well go live and do it on stream, like I used to. Hey, your Conan readings, it's on YouTube. And I see that the chat isn't synchronized. Damn it. Well, doesn't matter. I'll fix it later. Hey, your Conan readings got me very interested in making a Foundry VTT version of Monolith System. It's nearly done. That is cool. I have recently bought the Monolith System. It's around here somewhere in my my trash heap. No, it's not in my trash heap. I already put it in my closet. Just give me a second. There we go. So, Monolith recently released a role-playing game for Conan, and I am looking forward to playing that. So if you actually make a Foundry module for that, that would be really cool. If you don't know, I am a really big fan of Conan books and Conan stories, the character in total, and they are basically my bread and butter on the YouTube channel. People really love the Conan stories and the narrations that I do. So yeah, it's just amazing to see people react to that. Thank you for saying that, Antonio. There are a lot of updates and info on it in the Fans of Monolith Discord, Conan TTRPG chat. It's looking very nice. I will actually have to see, because this is of course a first edition book, and if there's updates to the rules, I will have to take a look and amend them. So yeah, Salty, thank you for being here. I'm glad you are here as well. Always glad to have people come over here. You're a little bit sick. Oh, but overall I'm doing well. That's not great. But it is doing the rounds. Like, everyone is getting sick lately. It's bleh. Like, I woke up with a headache. Okay, it's fine now, but my brother-in-law is very sick. That's why I had to look after my nephew yesterday, last minute. Basically, everyone I know at work is like coughing in some way or feeling like a bit under the weather. Of course, we just keep going to work because you're never sick enough if you're working in a hospital. I mean, like, no, those people over there who are actively dying, they're sick. You guys, you just have a cold. Like, true. Anyway, I'm going to change my camera and I will start painting a couple things. Don't expect too much of this stream. This is just me being here, being present. That's all you're getting today from me, being present. Now, if you have any questions about anything, basically, just let me know. What am I painting today? Reneville. How do you say that? Reneville? I will be painting either two things. I will first look if my camera is working. There it is. Switch around. Hi. So, I have two things right in front of me. First of all, I have bought the game. I had the Darkwater board game from Games Workshop, which has like these awesome miniatures. These are like Nurgle Light champions. So I'm thinking about painting these further. So I have one that I've already started. I have a new one that I can start. So either those two. I'm also going to take my other chat here. Great. Hope I have everyone now. Or I can do any of these Tomb Kings that I've put together this morning. So I have these heralds and mortuary priests that I've put together. I am with my local gaming store. We're doing a Battle March League, and there is just a couple of rules, and we started playing the old world again, Fantasy the Old World, and I picked the Tomb Kings because undead for life. That's kind of ironic. And yeah, I just like the miniatures of the Tomb Kings, these new ones that came out, because the Tomb Kings are a very old range of miniatures normally. And they've brought out new Tomb Kings, new priests, and I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? I will take these and just see if I can paint them. Viewers, no, thank you. People trying to sell me viewers. Why do I need to have... Why would I buy viewers? Like, I don't get it. So I'm probably first going to paint some more on this guy because, you know, I've already started it. And I have a couple of ideas how to go further with it, especially like with his hand. The armor is already looking pretty okay. Might give it another go again, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Again, I am just having fun here, so... You'll probably see me pull a lot of faces while I shake my paints. That's where the best clips are being made. Me shaking paints. Also, I want to point out, I am not a professional painter, nor am I a professional voice actor. So, if things aren't up to your code, up to your standard, yeah. It was you who expected too much from me. Hey, Custard Sire, welcome in. This is just me with some chill music. Painting. Obviously, I will not always be able to look at the screen or at the chat, so if you say something, please be patient. Should have like a display here somewhere with my chat in it. Just got the account closed, lol, for that bot. Wow, okay. I too trying to aim... Wait, well, I'm sorry. I try to aim to level up in skills when I can, because other people may see something I miss. That is true. Like, if you guys say, like, hey, this could be different, that could be different, yeah, go for it. Let me know. Like, feedback is always welcome. Some of the best streams that I had was people just talking about all the various things that they do with their miniatures. And it's just fun to see how many different techniques there are out there to paint miniatures. You would think like, yeah, there's only like one good way to do it. Nah, there's like 100. They're very quick for those now. Reported, got an email, then said 20 seconds later, got another email, action has been taken. That's really good. I do love those Synthwave Warhammer minis I saw on Instagram. Yeah, they are really cool. Thanks for the lurk, Salty. But that's a skill level I am not gonna reach anytime soon, because those are really complex. I am thinking about like learning or teaching myself how to do that source-based lighting, where you can have like a source of light within your model that lights up your model. I'm thinking about trying to figure out how that works at some point. But yeah, it's not gonna be for any time soon, so. What I'm planning to do with this guy is basically like the upper part of his arm is still gonna look normal in flesh color, and then here I'm gonna work with more purples because his hand is like swollen and all that. So let's see how that'll work out. I had like something that was crusty boils. There we go. Toxic boils. Oozing purple. I was gonna start with Grimoire purple. Do I airbrush at all, or are they all hand-painted? All hand-painted. I don't have an airbrush. Well, I do have an airbrush, but it's a really cheap one, and it's never worked, basically. So, yeah. OSL, yeah, object source light? Object, something like that. OSL is indeed, Renoville, it's basically, yeah. I've seen guys take pictures when they put light on their piece, or even use slop chop method of black primer than white primer over from the zenithal lighting. Yeah, zenithal highlights is something that's really easy to do and gives you a very good first result already, where you can basically, like, if you just prime everything black and you have your natural shades, and if you then put like the white spray can from the top of it down, straight down on the model, you will have natural highlights. First of all, that's a visual guide for you to see when you're painting your model where you have to put your highlights when you're going over them. And most of the time, if you use your paint thin enough, You will still see brighter spots underneath and darker spots where there's only black, and you will have an automatic sort of highlight going already, which is, you know, very good way to make life easier on yourself. This looks way too purple, but let's see. Just go with it. No, it's actually, it works. Go over this a bit. Now it's just a solid purple that I'm gonna put on it. I will like thin it down and put some more shades in there later. This is a nasty ass arm though. Strong arm. Nah, purple can be good. See, it's all about blood up. Yeah, it is blood buildup in its arm. So yeah. Has to come off as like this weeping, thick hand that's like continuously like pulsing with sickness, rot. Slight overlap with the lighter color that I did earlier. Also, this one has just like his guts hanging out. There's like a little bell on it. It's his belly bell. I'm sorry, guys. I'm also a very bad joker. I will put some wash in these recesses just to make that that sigil like stand out a bit more later. I'm gonna try and go over this hand a bit more. Yeah. This already looks pretty good. Yeah. Now I'm gonna put some oozing purple on it. For those who are wondering, I am using Army Painter War Paints. I used to work with Games Workshop, so Citadel Paints, and then I had the possibility to get like the entire selection of Army Paints on the cheap. And I did so, because otherwise I was mostly like, oh, I need this paint, I'm gonna use that. And then I was just like paint per paint, making my collection of paints. And when you were like working on something, you would always miss one paint that you really needed to use in that model. And then I said like, okay, when I have the chance to get like a complete collection of paints, I will take it. So I did. So it's not that I have anything against Games Workshop paints. It's just that at the moment I had the chance to work with something else, and they are really good actually. Now I do, in the meantime, I realized why they were going away for so cheap. It was because they were still the old range of their paints. And like shortly after, they launched like their new range of Army Fanatic paints. So I was like, this was just old stock they had to liquidate. I'm slowly changing to Vallejo just because of the eyedropper. Saves a lot of time. Yeah, true. The dropper bottles are great for saving paint. That's also one of the reasons why I wanted to try out War Paints, Army Painter. Just because the dropper bottles are... You waste less paint, I feel. It's just a way more friendly, paint-friendly way to use your paints. What do I still have here? I should still have one color higher than the one that I used with the cobalt skin. Is it this one? We're just gonna try it out. So yeah, again, if people came to the stream on YouTube then, because they were wondering, hey, what is this audiobook narrator going to do? Well, it's not narrating audiobooks on stream. But you can ask me questions if you want about the audiobooks. Always happy to talk about that. Now let's go with Toxic Boils. Like, with the dropper bottles, it's just so easy because, like you said, I'm now going to do a edge highlight with this Toxic Boils. I just need like a drop of that. I don't need a lot more. And even the drop is a bit much. I finished work and YouTube pop up. And YouTube popped me up a new painter. I enjoy seeing what others work on their methods. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. That's a good a reason as any. I am thinking about making these boils here just yellow source. See if I can make them stand out a bit from the color underneath. I still have yellow on my palette that is usable. No, that's not usable at all. But yeah, I am currently more of an audiobook narrator than I am a miniature painter, so... You will not find a lot of videos of me painting miniatures on my channel. Come on, focus. gonna see if I can put some more shading in that hole. Do I still have something like Nuln Oil around? No, but I have a strong. See if I can use that. There we go. A bit of contrast, so that is looking way more distinct. It's legally distinct. Do I need more here, or am I happy with it? I'm gonna do just a tiny bit more. My issue is most of the time is like, did I do enough, or can I do more? And sometime it's basically the same with a Jackson Pollock. Like, I'm not comparing myself to a Jackson Pollock at all, but people see a Jackson Pollock and they're like, oh, I can do the same thing. No, you can't, because one of the things that you have to get down is, when do you quit? And most people would just splash paint, and they would either use too little paint, or they would just go completely overboard and use too much. You never know when to quit, and that's really hard to get down. Like, when do you say, well, this is enough? And yeah. Am I on Amazon for audiobooks? No, I am just here on YouTube, actually. I can't be on Amazon because the whole audiobook thing, I think it's called Audible, is not available in Europe. So it's just America, Canada, England, I think, and maybe a handful of other places. I can't even register there. try and see if I can make his horn. Do this with this ochre. Do it with ochre. I am on Spotify though. Yeah, that is true. I am on Spotify. So it's the same as the channel name on Spotify, so it's Miniature Mythos. And I think you can basically find all of the stories that I do on YouTube. You can also find on Spotify. Yeah, Araxi, it's kind of poop. It has to do with labor laws and all that. Apparently, the European Union is way more protective of your labor than some other instances, and that is the reason why they don't allow Audible here. Because apparently, it's considered to be not great for the employee or the one providing the voice. So yeah, make of that what you will. You could say, oh, that's a shame. On the other hand, well, that's pretty good, because that means there is something in Amazon's rules that makes it so that they can just take ownership of your voice, I guess. I don't know. I sometimes go overboard on my minis and have to remind myself, save it for my hero champion units, otherwise my army will never be finished. Yeah, I had the same with, like I said, I have a Tomb King army, and I was at a certain point just going ham on every single skeleton, and I was like, yeah, but I have to paint like 50 of those, so maybe I should stop doing that and just focus on, like, for example, these guys. Like, I could totally do this, like, go ham on it. Oops. But these dudes are for a board game, so I was like, yeah, might as well just do a bit of extra love for them. I'll take a look, because my girlfriend used a couple of my paints this morning, and I think some of these I have to use. Or not. No, never mind. I'm talking out of my ass. Favorite part about miniatures is just the... Oh, now I have to do details. Like the large shapes or parts, I don't like doing that. It looks flat. It's almost like you put a lot of effort in it, and it looks bland, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't like that. While the moment that you start layering, everything starts to pop, everything starts to come together. I know it's trusting the process, but still, I prefer this, where you can be like, yeah, this is starting to look great. Arid Earth. I'm thinking of maybe doing one more highlight for that armor. Like a really edge highlight. That's not shaken well enough. Now you'll see I'll probably fuck it all up. It's just enough, I feel. Dashy Blue, thank you for following. I just noticed. Sorry, I didn't notice it earlier. I think I'm gonna do some more yellow on those pustules on his arm. Just like stip them. Yeah, that looks way better. Hey, Raceland. The greatest mage. Okay. Let's see if we can put some of that detail on there. Someone who knows their Dragonlance. Yeah, I am an avid reader of many things, including the Dragonlance series. Although I have to admit, it has been a while, but Raceland is something that kept with me. He was like the reason why I mostly played Wizards back in the day. Before I completely shifted to Paladins. Yeah, been over a decade for me as well. Nowadays, though, I'd most likely listen to them on Audible. Yeah. Like a lot of people. I was pleasantly surprised when I started doing the audiobooks on this channel that a lot of people still want to read. They absolutely still want to read. They just don't have the time to sit down and read. They mostly just... they want to stay busy. So they'll do anything else while listening to an audiobook. And trust me, if those books were already in the public domain, I would read the hell out of them. Yeah, like you said, simply because you can do other stuff while listening. Yeah. I get a lot of people on the channel who say that as well. Like, they're just happy that I made a certain audiobook because they could listen to it while commuting to work or while working or stuff like that. I hate their monopoly, but what can you do? Not a lot. Like I said earlier, if labor laws would or trade laws would permit it, I would be able to post on Audible as well. But because it's an Amazon thing, it's not really allowed here in Belgium. So I can't even post stuff on Audible. There were people who commissioned my voice for a narration, and they said, hey, we'll just split everything. You can do it with like co-creators and voices on Audible. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't access Audible here, so they can't do it. First time hearing about it. What it about? Dragonlance? Dragonlance is basically a setting in the D&D world. So Dungeons and Dragons, basically. And you have a group of characters who go on all manner of adventures with dragons. It's very dragon heavy. Basically the apocalypse with dragons. Some stuff like Warhammer 40k you can only listen to on Audible. Yeah, because Games Workshop has a deal with Amazon to put it over there. So if you don't buy it from, even if you buy it from Black Library, you still have to go to Audible to listen to it, I think. Like, I still have CDs with audiobooks from 40k and Age of Sigmar and Warhammer Fantasy. I'm like, yeah, that was the shit. And now everything's digital, and it's like, yeah, okay, but I want like physical media. I love doing that. Just get in the car, pop in an audiobook CD, just enjoy it. And now I make my own audiobooks and I listen to myself when I'm bored in the car. I think there's 4. Isn't it like all the seasons of dragons? Dragons of Autumn, Dragon of Summer, Dragon of Winter? No, there's more. Yeah, I think there's gonna be 5, yeah. It is hard fantasy. Stupid, some stupid ad pop up. Are you getting money from that? I am getting money from it. It's not a lot, but like the ads here on YouTube or on Twitch, like I do get money from those. So I try to have like the same approach to ads as I do have in my audiobooks, which is like minimum amount. I try to, if I can, like not play the ads, because personally when you're listening to an audiobook, nothing is worse than just nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday in the middle of a very tense scene with some monster. But yeah, Google still puts in ads whenever they can. Like, there is a minimum amount of ads that I can't turn off. The moment... That's the fun thing. Fun being, you know, a misnomer, but if you don't have enough subs and view time to be monetized on YouTube, YouTube will put ads on your videos, and you will get nothing. The moment that you are monetized on YouTube, they will still put ads on there, but you get to decide with them when you show some of these ads. And they will say, hey, if you want a lot of money now that you're monetized, give the people an 1.5 minute ad every 8 minutes. That is what YouTube recommends. 1.5 minutes of ads for each 8 minutes of content. I think that's despicable. Like, hey, having money is fun. It's not worth it if you have to, like, do that to your viewers and your listeners. So, yeah, I'm gonna sit on my high horse for the moment. Like, no. If I have a story that's like an hour, 1.5 hours long, there's gonna be one ad in there. Because I'm like, one ad in an hour, 1.5 hours, that's not a whole lot. You can do that. But yeah, YouTube always tries to sneak in way more ads than you say you want, but yeah. Oh, the main storyline of Dragonlance is like 9 sets of trilogies plus other novels. Jesus! Okay. I kind of completely underestimated that. That's TV ad nivos. Yeah. Only difference is on YouTube you get them in shorter intervals but less clips. Yeah, that is also true. But still, I think it's yeah, no. I don't like that. I just don't. Like, there is something in my mind that does not like that at all. There is just something that I'm like, yeah, no. I am happy with the amount of ad revenue that I get. Like, for example, if one of you looks at an ad, I think I get like 1 cent or 2 cents from it. That's okay. I don't need more than that. Like, and hell, even if you guys have ad blocker, I also have ad blocker. I'm not gonna fault anyone for not watching ads. Haven't watched TV in over a decade. Yeah, I am also not a traditional TV watcher anymore. So yeah. With Twitch, it all depends on what you're playing, if you're an 18 plus only streamer, etc. Yeah, Twitch's ad revenue model is even... I'm not gonna say weirder, but it's way more based on what you're doing. Like, on YouTube, it's basically just... Hey, if you're... What is your content about? If it's okay, then you can get basically anything on there, which is fed by Google's, like, data collection of you at that point. So you will get, like, personalized ads if they can push it to you. And with Twitch, it's basically based mostly on what the ad companies want their ads to show up on, so it's weird. I'm from the USA and they are playing ads longer on the radio stations. That it's 17 minutes long now between 1 or 2 songs played. What? Yeah, that's like I have been to the USA, and when I was listening to the radio, that is true. Like, you guys have a lot of ads, a lot of commercials, and I get ads is how most of those stations survive, because you have way more smaller stations in the USA. And I get that some of those stations survive just by having ad revenue for themselves. But after a while, you're like, this ad has been going on for ages. Like, these ads have been going on for ages. Like, it's been a solid 15 minutes since we've heard a song. What? Oh, yeah. The whole ad industry is... yeah. Again, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't giggle a bit when I see, like, my monthly ad revenue come in. Like, I do get a nice addition to my pay of my day job with the YouTube audiobooks. But I get that knowing that I've put the ads to a complete minimum, and I'm like, if I were to just tune it up to 11 and put all those ads there, I could make like triple the amount of things, triple the amount of money with these ads. But then I'm like, why would I do that? Because then I'm just cheapening my own content. All the effort I'm doing, all the effort I've put into it, I'm cheapening it for money. And I don't want to do it for money. The money is a nice bonus, yes, and it allowed me to upgrade some of my audio equipment, absolutely. But, like, yeah, I don't know. If you played a kids game, your ads will be anything. If I played GTA RP, I get nothing. If I play Scum, I get nothing. Project Jobboid was my best earner. The most I earned from ads in one stream for me was around $3. Well, that was a while back. Oh, damn. $3 for a stream. It's a recent thing, too. I'm a driver and it's nuts. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'd hate that. Like, especially if you have nothing else to focus on except what they're playing. Like, we have a radio on when I'm doing my desk job. And most of the time you're just working, and it's only when there's like a funny commercial or the news starts or there is a song that you really like that you actively listen. But I notice that when I'm in the car, I am always actively listening to the radio. So if I would notice every single ad of that 15-minute ad block, God no. Time to pop in an MP3 again and just go back to the nillies, because ugh. I'm a bit scared to start with this axe. Because everything looks great, if I do say so myself. Now we've got this axe. Well, no time like the present, let's go. I'm thinking whether to do the axe in iron or also in bronze, because bronze or copper is kind of like Nurgle's thing as well. And there's like a growth on this axe, so this is gonna be flesh colored or like this purple thing. I think I'm just gonna do it copper as well. Am I using a wet palette? Yes, I am. I am using a wet palette, so I am really happy with a wet palette. I was about to say, I recently started using it. No, it's been a couple of years since I use a wet palette, so yeah. Really happy with a wet palette and what I can do with that. Yeah, but with the ad revenue, that's something that I learned rather quickly. It's not worth it. Like all the ads that are playing, the things that they pay you are negligible, basically. You like it's a nice bonus, but they're like YouTube, Twitch, and all that. They're running away with most of the money anyway. So if you feel like I don't want to watch ads while watching any of my content, I don't blame you for skipping ads, for putting in an ad blocker. Like, no, just go ahead. You're not stealing money from me. Trust me. You're taking money out of YouTube's pocket. Like, go ahead. I don't really mind. But if it takes away from your viewing experience, don't watch ads on my account. Not at all. Like, even the biggest channels these days all have like these third-party sponsors. Today's episode sponsor is whatever. Why? Because that's the only way they can actually make money. They have to have... They don't survive on ad revenue at all because, you know, it's not worth it. It's not them that earn money with ads. I've built and primed a 3,000 point Black Templar army. I've never painted a miniature before. Any tips? Oh, you've never painted a miniature before. Any tips you think would have helped you when you first started? Trust the process. At first, a mini might look horrible when you start painting. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. It gets better. It gets better, it gets easier. Don't be afraid to try anything, it's just paint. If you really don't like what you've done, you can paint over it, or you can even start over again after putting it to soak for a night. There is nothing that's horrible. You've tried your best. Are there things... Yeah, don't use too much water. You gotta thin your paints a bit, but with a bit, they actually mean a bit, just enough so they flow easily. Don't put too much on it. I know I just said, okay, don't put too much, too thick a paint, don't put too thin a paint, but those are very important lessons, actually. Multiple layers are a thing. It's okay to paint a certain color, realize that it isn't covering completely because of the paint, because it was too thin, because you've added too much water, whatever. Just wait until it dries. Wait until it dries, go over it again. And go over it enough times till you are satisfied before moving on. There is no rush. You don't have to finish your your miniatures by a certain date. Just make sure you feel comfortable with your miniatures. Like, you can look at anyone else online and see these amazing things. Don't compare yourself to them. Look at how they do it, try to emulate it, try to learn from that. But don't expect your miniatures to look like that from the first time. Like, I'm very comfortable with my miniature. You know, the standard size for a miniature, the scale is 28 millimeters, Miko. Just saying. Yeah, lightly water down your paint. How you doing, Miko? Everything all right? Water down your paint lightly. That's where a wet palette comes in handy, for example. Because you kind of, like, your paints don't dry out. And the moment that you've added water to it, it doesn't dry out, so you don't have to keep adding water to it. No, you just have like the same consistency over and over, and the only thing you have to do is like put a bit of extra paint in that water. That's the only thing you have to do. This like guy looks cool. Thanks. He is from the Warhammer miniature board game Darkwater. He is a champion of Nurgle, the god of decay, pestilence, and rot. And he seems to have a bit of a problem with sores on his hand. So I'm currently working on his weapon. So yeah, tips. It's really hard to just give tips. Like maybe a very vague tip that I can give you, but there is not a single correct way to paint. There are many correct ways to paint. There are many ways to paint, period. Just find what you think works best for you. Focus 1 color code from base colors. Don't need to rush Golden Demon level. Yeah, indeed. Like, a good way to start out is by just doing all the base codes of your miniature at once. Just so you can, like, get a general feel for how it looks flat. It will look flat. It will absolutely look flat if everything has, like, just their base coat color. But that will train you to, like, color within the lines, basically. That's also a good way to get it started. Because otherwise, if you would work something all the way to the end, like you do base coat, you wash, you layer, you shade, you layer, and then you highlight, and then you go to the next part next to it and you fuck up and you run into the part that you've already finished, you're gonna hate yourself. So make sure to train all of your base coats first. If you shade it, that's good. Like, my brother, who also painted miniatures, never got further than the base coat plus shade layer most of the time. That is enough. You don't have to layer, you don't have to clean up after, you don't have to highlight. You can do that, but you don't have to. You'll notice that, like I said, if you do all the base coat colors, it will look flat, but if you shade it, it will immediately turn that figure into something that looks great. You can absolutely clean it up, do highlights, layering, whatever, like transitions, stuff like that. You can do that. But know that the moment you start doing that, you have to go through the entire process. Because if you stop halfway, it will look weird. So also, I am not a professional painter. Also, 3,000 points of Black Templars is a very large army already. And that is the very first army you've built, or is it, or did you do more but you've just never painted before? I don't know if you guys can actually hear like the music that I'm playing in the background. Yep, you can. Okay. Oh, and maybe another tip is to use Citadel paints. It might be a bit weird for me to say that when I'm not using Citadel paints myself, but the fact that they've divided their paints within with base color, layer, highlight, dry brush, shade, it really helps because those paints have different consistencies and they will help you give like a more smooth coat when they're base paints. They will be a bit lighter and a bit see-through when they're layer paints and all that. That does help when trying to go for advanced techniques when you are not sure how to properly water down your paints. I concur. I tried to paint today and I really missed directions there a little. Yeah. So, for example, all these army paints, army painter paints are all the same consistency, and I have to figure it out when I use them for as a base layer. I have to figure it out if I want to layer with it, and that makes it harder. So, if you have the chance, go with Citadel paints. And yeah, just use the base layer for what it is. And after you've gotten some confidence with paints, you can switch to a different brand if you want to. The mini is painted though. Yeah. And in the end, that is the most important part. We've talked about it with a couple people here earlier in the stream. If you have 3,000 points of Black Templars, you're going to have a couple of normal troops, run-of-the-mill tactical marines, basically, and you will have a couple of your hero characters, or your general, or these centerpieces for your army. Focus most of your effort on those centerpieces. You can use all of the tactical marines to practice, because you just put them on the board in a large group and no one's gonna really notice most of the mistakes on them anyway. Like, it's really fun to paint all of these cool miniatures, absolutely, but you will quickly notice how little of it you can actually see when they're on the board. It's only when there is like a camera close up on them, or if you're holding them straight up to your face, that you can actually see all those details. So use your normal tactical marines, for example, in your Black Templar army, as guinea pigs. Try stuff out. If there is an ugly one in there, call him Ugly Azrael or something. Give him a fun nickname, laugh it off, and try to work up confidence on those before you get into a hero character, for example. Because a hero character, you want to be a sort of centerpiece, and then you can, like... I vote for Cross-Eyed Gizmo, for example. Cross-Eyed Gizmo. As a nickname, yeah. So, yeah, those are also, like, some tips. You can always go back and repaint a normal Space Marine. Like, after a while, you're painting normal tactical Marines like it's nothing, because they are really easy to paint after a while. After a while. Yeah, and just like you see me doing, it's okay to just like put some paint on it, wait a bit till your paint is dry, drink a bit of coffee, listen to a music, put on a new video or something, and then return to it when it's dry, because if you just keep adding paint on wet paint, you're not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna look horrible. Oh, and maybe the most important tip I can give: no one started out good at miniature painting. If you look at any miniature out there, all of those people had their first miniature at some point. And they all looked bad. Don't worry about that. Like, everyone has had their first miniature. All of those people drank paint water at a certain point because their glass was next to their paint water. All of those people spilled oil everywhere because they bumped into it while painting. Everyone has licked their paintbrush loaded with paint at some point. Like, everyone has dropped their miniature at some point. Like, don't worry, that shit happens. You're not better or worse for it. Also, if you think you're shaking, it's because you're just not used to it. You will shake less the more you do this. Like, I haven't drank paint water, however, I accidentally dumped my paintball when opening them. Yeah, for example, you can like open it and then just like completely jam your thumb in there. Like, I'm still here just cooking dinner. Thank you, Araxi. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm thinking if I am going to... Yeah, I am going to put some shade on there. Let's throw some shade. I need to hear the ball. There we go. I need to hear the balls. Come on. Oh, I don't trust this. It's better. Shake, shake, shake. Yep. There we go. And throw it to the ground. Gotta keep everything shaken nicely. Do I still have Agrax Earthshade here? Yes, I do. As you can see, I still have some of my Citadel paints because there is no... There's no substitute for Agrax Earthshade. So you're definitely not judging. Okay, what would you be judging? Oh, maybe another good tip, and something that I actually really wish I knew or realized when I first started painting models, is always work inside out. What I mean is, if you have a model like this, and you have like a bit of flesh here around the neck, under his helmet and in his armor, paint that first. Why? Because if you paint his armor and his helmet first, and then you have to go in there with like skin color and a wash, you are going to nick the helmet and the armor, which are outside of that thing. So inside out. Start with everything that's most centralized in the model, and then work your way outward. So here it was like, first it was the flesh, the helmet, the armor, the horns, the arms, and then now the axe, because the axe is basically hanging on there. Like there's nothing in the way of the axe anymore. So that's also a really good tip. Like, start from inside your model, from things that are deepest till things that are completely on the surface. You could say, well, yeah, that makes absolute sense. Well, why would you even say that? Well, because I didn't know that at the beginning, and I've made some of my miniatures way more harder to paint, because I, for example, on this model, I would start off with the armor, because that's the biggest, and then I'd realize, damn, I still need to get in there for the flesh color. So yeah. Yeah, now I actually kind of have to wait till the paint is, the shade is dry. But I'm coming up to 2 hours of streaming, so I am actually going to start winding down. I'll switch over to my other cam here. Is it this one? It's this one. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing over there? So, we have made some progress. Hello. Hello, Rexy. So, we've made some progress on this miniature. I really like how he's turning out. It's like there's mist in my room. Like, why does my room look so misty? But yeah, there he is. It's a beautiful, beautiful boy with a large hand. Hello. It might be dust on the lens. Yeah, it could very well be. So. Something is on fire. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, something's burning down here, and okay. Don't panic. Hey, Hippocratic Oath, how are you doing? You just caught me on the end of the stream. So I want to thank everyone who has been here. It was very fun to just get back into streaming for a bit. Paint a bit of these miniatures. Well, one. But like I said multiple times, you can't rush it. Just enjoy it. Great to see you, dude. Thank you, Shifty. That means a lot. It also means a lot that you and Araxi were here. So that was really fun. And I will see about streaming more in the future. Like, there are a couple of days that I know will be free most of the time, so I can actually stream on them on the regular, but I'm not gonna make any promises like I did earlier. So I'm just gonna stream whenever I feel like it. My first primary focus will always be the audiobook narrations on the YouTube channel, and just trying to, you know, hang out with you guys on your streams whenever I can. But that being said, again, thank you all for being here. It was great hanging out. Everyone, have a great Sunday, afternoon, evening, rest of your Sunday, whatever it is, wherever you are, with time zones and all that. And I hope I'll catch you on the next one. Everyone, bye-bye. Bye. Now I have to, again, look up how I stop this stream. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Everyone, bye. It's Super Bowl day. Is it the Super Bowl today? Damn. Okay, everyone have fun with Super Bowl. Judging hard. Thank you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Judge me all you want. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think this is it. Bye.
Welcome to the studio where colors come alive, where miniature worlds and ancient tales thrive. Brush in hand, we paint what's been untold. Legends of the past in hues so bold. In the depths of lore, we shade the unknown. Angels and demons, old gods overthrown. With brain matter beige, our heroes shine bright. At miniature mythos, where dreams take flight. Exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite. Painted models, shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn. At miniature mythos, where legends are born. Every figure crafted, from orcs to vampires bite. We blend the lore, let stories take flight. We wash in the weird, the wondrous, the wild. In every painted stroke where magic's compiled. Through realms unknown and mystical sights, our brush blends legends with epic fights. From shadowed myths to stars we trace. At miniature mythos we find our place. Exploring hidden lore where tales ignite. Painted models shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn. At miniature mythos where legends are born.